Hey everyone, Jen Bradshaw Allman here with Savor Fair Travel Co., your head chef of travel, creating exquisite culinary travel just for you. Today, I decided that I would pop in here live and bring you a quick video or just a quick chat, if anybody's out there, about the fear of flying. Now, I woke up this morning watching CBS, and all of a sudden I see this like news flash. It was the second news story of the morning where the FAA had basically a mission critical safety issue grounding most flights. Um, yeah, this is probably if you did not have a fear of flying, you might have one now. Um, and the fear of flying is so real. Like it's and I would last few years since 2019, we've had COVID that stranded people. Southwest cancel pretty much everyone because of their own system stuff like holiday season. And now, like not just a airline, but US across the way, FAA basically saying, halting all flights this morning. And as we know, flights need to stay on task in the morning in order to keep all of their legs in sync and on schedule. It's a huge logistic nightmare. So, if you didn't have a fear of flying, you may have one now. And so, needless to say, I really want to come here and give you three ways to maybe handle these fears because it has been a short term in which the travel industry, specifically airlines, has gotten some really bad press. And I know that at the start of any year, everyone's looking at what they can do, where they want to be traveling. Um, and and then their question is, I'm paying so much for these air tickets, there's these flights, and then I'm running the risk of cancellation, overbooking, and then not to mention safety measures and issues at hand. All right, so valid, right? I get you. So let's talk about three ways to handle this fear. Number one, you can still drive. You can drive to your destination for your vacation. There are plenty weekend getaways or week-long vacations you could take that can be planned. And if you're about finding the gems in the food industry and you're a foodie, or you want to be a foodie and you want to base your travel on food, then that's Safer Fair's jam. So let us know. So driving is always an option, and planning all of that is easy to do. And the number two reason would be, which we've all had to practice since the pandemic and continuously after the pandemic as we re-enter and reestablish systems and processes, is to have patience. Have patience to combat your fear. Have patience with yourself, have patience with the airlines, have patience with your travel advisors, have patience with other human beings. Um, you know, travel industry, specifically the hospitality tourism industry, is a major producing income for a lot of countries, especially the US. We bring a lot of international travels to our wonders of the United States. And I believe that when COVID shut down and we all went through the pandemic and the fears and the mandatory being at home, that yes, we all wanted to escape our caverns, our homes, and the travel industry boomed, and it will continue to boom because of that. However, with COVID, we also discovered that many industries, not just the travel industry, has had to revamp their systems and processes. We're talking archaic, century old systems and processes. And we just haven't been able to keep up with technology. And the travel industry is not the only industry. I can name off two, like unemployment, that process, and what's another one? I would say banking, and in that process, and just business growth in general. So systems and processes have to be revamped, and I think COVID definitely saw that because everybody had to basically adapt and literally overcome, and some did not overcome. So again, having patience because the travel industry is a major income producing for our country as well as many other countries that we visit. So, these changes to system and processes are better late than never. And it's good that they need to be done. And we're finding them now, before there's any more severe issues or hazards or fatalities that may or may not happen. And number three reason to combat this fear of flying, fly anyways. I think one thing, my husband has, I do not have a fear of flying, um, obviously, or would not be in this business. But my husband definitely has anxiety. And granted, he has been spoiled by, have been flown first class, which has helped. Alcohol always helps. I'm not inducing drinking by any means, but he has always had that fear of flying and that anxiety of leaving his feet off the ground in a major tube of a tin can flying in the air. And truly, even the conception of flying, I went 2 years ago. I went down to I think it was Ricefield Beach. I went down to North Carolina, where the Orville brothers, the first flights took place. And so think about that back then, of the fear that people had in flying. But I don't think there was a real fear. There was the inquisitiveness of flying, of getting up in the air, or we wouldn't have discovered flight. So, in this day and age, I would say fly anyways. And if you need some sort of mechanism, I am a big proponent of the Calm app. Meditation is number one. There are obviously other ways. You're a smart individual. You can figure those out. I won't endorse them here. Um, but to fly anyways, just because it's going on, just because challenges are going on with the airlines, doesn't mean that it will happen to you personally. Um, realize that I realize that it takes trust and faith. And believe me, the airlines are here to stay. They're not going anywhere, right? It's a way of economic distribution, not only just pleasure and leisure and entertainment, but it's the way we get our goods and services. It's the way we get people and things to different places. So we need to fix these things and they need to be fixed. So fly anyways. So hopefully these 3 points will land with you somewhere, pun intended. Um, and of course, if you found this helpful, please like, comment, or subscribe. Reach out to us if you're ready to plan that vacation, whether it may be a local US weekend getaway. We love those, especially if you come to us with your culinary appetite or your food appetite. And find the link below as to how to reach out to us. And until next time, see you all later. Bye.